I'm not going to read all this out. You can pause and read this if you want to. Yeah, let's just go. What I'm going to do
Welcome
is
to the
find my
CH-47F
glasses.
Basic Flight Training Startup from Cold and Dark. You begin on the helicopter ramp at Kutusi Air Base. Unless otherwise indicated, most highlighted button presses and spacebar presses will immediately forward the lesson to the next step. On your first time through the training, it is recommended that you listen fully to each set of instructions before taking the action that will move the lesson forward. You will conduct this training from the pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, and rear cabin positions. At the top of each instruction text, it will indicate which position is recommended: pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, or rear cabin. Most of the actions will be performed by the co-pilot. It is recommended that you move the co-pilot position to adjust the view to clearly see the overhead panel. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
Co-pilot. Whoa, zoomed out a bit too far. Press spacebar.
Begin by setting the external lights for this flight. On the overhead panel, turn the anti-collision knob to both FAA.
Oh
Then
dear.
turn on the battery power by setting the battery switch to on.
Both FAA, battery
Next,
on.
to alert everyone on the aircraft that the APU will be coming on, momentarily turn on the troop warn alarm. You should hear the warning bell ring. Then turn it off. Press the spacebar to continue.
Cool.
Check the troop warning green and red lights are operational. Toggle the switch down to red and back up to green. Check the lights on the overhead panel. You can also check the warning light function in the rear cabin by pressing
on
6
my head
on
tracking?
the keyboard. When you have completed
Hold on,
these
let's
checks,
reset this.
return to the co-pilot position, ensure the troop warn lights are back to off, and then press the spacebar to continue.
Where's this light? Ah, up there. Doesn't look green, that looks blue. That was definitely red. I think they've put in the wrong bulb. Return to the co-pilot and press spacebar.
Back on the electrical panel, verify that the utility pressure light is on. Once you have confirmed this, set the APU switch to the run position for 5 seconds, then to the start position for 2 seconds, and then release back to the run position. Observe the APU ready light comes on and the utility pressure light goes off. Then press the spacebar.
Verify the util pressure light is on. No. Nope. It's not on. So what do you do if it's not on? I think that's it. Anyway, switch the run position. I assume's in the middle. Yep, run's in the middle. 5 seconds, then start for 2 seconds, and then release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 1, 2. I might have messed that up now. And then the APU light comes on. And the utility light goes out. It was never on in the first place. I missed a step. think I missed a step.
Set the APU generator switch to on.
What is going on with my stream? It looks very bright. Hold on, let me... Why is that so bright? Gamma's at 1. Brightness 0. Gamma should maybe down at 1. Let's turn that down to there. Is that better? That's maybe better. Anyway, set the APU generator to on. Which way would on be? Down. Okay.
Press the lamps test button. Verify that the various warning lights are functional, then release the button. To continue, press the spacebar.
Yeah, see, there you go. Util pressure. That was not on.
Next, on the FADEC panel, set the backup power switch to on. Then, on the hydraulic control panel, set the power transfer 1 and power transfer 2 switches to on. This last step will allow you to operate the flight controls before the engines are started. Conduct a ground operation function check of the flight controls. While in the external view, conduct the following tests and observe the results. Move the cyclic smoothly in a square pattern. Fully raise and lower the thrust control lever. Move the rudder pedals both left and right. When satisfied all the controls are working, return to the cockpit view and press the spacebar to continue.
Cool. So how does it turn left and right? It's loosened down. Oh wow, that's a complex piece of engineering. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Move the rudder, satisfied. Spacebar.
Next, set both left main fuel pump switches to on, and then set the crossfeed switch to open. You will need the powertrain displays to check engine and rotor parameters as you power up the engines. On the co-pilot's right, starting the engines, set the left engine condition lever to ground. Then, on the FADEC, press and hold the engine start switch to the left. Watch the powertrain MFD page. When NG is greater than 12%, release the switch.
6, 7,
The
8,
engine
9,
1
10,
and G
11,
should stabilize
12, release.
around 55% within 45 seconds.
Green lights.
When the left engine has stabilized and you are ready to start the right engine, press the spacebar.
Some people in. Press the space bar.
To start the right engine, repeat the engine start steps, setting the right engine condition lever to ground, and then pressing and holding the engine start switch to the right. Again, Watch the powertrain MFD page.
Didn't turn on the fuel pumps.
Greater than 12%, release the switch. The engine 2 NG should stabilize around 55% within 45 seconds. Once both engines are running, press the spacebar to continue.
Starting to pull up. Let's see what we've got. Pressure, temperature, pressure, temperature. Don't know what all these mean though. NG is stabilized. Like the way that's still red. Is that still red? An hour? Maybe that's okay. No idea. Answers in a postcard. Right, well everything's stabilized, so let's keep going.
Advance both engine condition levers to flight. The NR value should stabilize at 100%. With both engines operating smoothly at speed,
there we go.
Press the spacebar.
More or less 100%. Okay. I may have...
The generator 1 and generator 2 switches to on.
Oh. We had a couple of
Turn
seconds
the
on.
Generator go off. Set the APU go off. Next, configure the fuel system for flight. Bring the remaining pumps online. All main fuel pumps set to on. Then close the fuel cross feed. With the engine-powered hydraulic pumps running, set power transfer 1 and power transfer 2 to off. Congratulations! Your CH-47 Fox is now ready to taxi and take off. You may exit the train by pressing escape or continue the simulation by pressing the spacebar.
Blah blah blah. Taxi and take off. Learn how to taxi and take off. That just map the steering control done. Reese, okay. Should also map the force trim button done at the current. Okay, so centering device release button. The current. So what? Hold on. Let me read that again. So I've got the force trim mapped. The current version of the simulated this. Familiar with the HOTAS functions? Nope, because you haven't told me what they are yet. Okay, let's just go for it. Uh-oh.
Welcome to the CH-47 Fox Basic Flight Training, Taxi and Takeoff. Begin on the helicopter ramp at Katusi Air Base. Unless otherwise indicated, most highlighted button presses and spacebar presses will immediately forward the lesson to the next step. On your first time through the training, it is recommended that you listen fully to each set of instructions before taking the action that will move the lesson forward. You will conduct this training from the pilot and co-pilot positions. At the top of each instruction text, it will indicate which position is recommended. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
Turn that tack on. we go. No, no. Nope, 2 going then. Don't think we'll need those. Okay, so conductor and the pilot.
You begin at the point where your various ground checks and navigation functions have, on the AFCS panel, set the System Select knob to off.
Why?
Next, on the steering control panel, set the swivel switch to steer. Get ready to start the taxi. Note that you are aiming for a slow, steady taxi speed. Be careful not to apply too much power or to keep excess power on for too long. With that in mind, press both toe brakes all the way forward, then release. This will set the parking brake to off. Raise the thrust control lever, TCL, to begin forward motion. As you begin to roll, use the steering control knob to turn left and proceed to the takeoff pad. Before you stop, recenter the steering control knob and allow the aircraft to roll a couple feet to align the rear wheels.
Let's go a bit faster.
Use the wheel brakes to come to a stop, then ensure the steering control knob is centered and set the swivel switch to lock. When stopped on the helipad and ready to continue, press the spacebar. On the AFCS panel, set the System Select knob to both and set the System Mode to Auto. You are now ready to take off. This procedure is described in full below. Review all the steps before beginning your takeoff.
Oh, wait,
1.
Hold on.
Press and hold the CD release button. 2. Raise the TCL to approximately 56% to 58% NR. 3. As the aircraft leaves the ground, cyclic forward to attain -5-degree pitch, then release CD REL. 4. Maintain this pitch as the aircraft accelerates through effective transitional lift, ETL. 5. Once through ETL, use cyclic and TCL to obtain climb airspeed above 50 knots, climb rate 500 feet per minute. 6. Above 50 feet, adjust pedals to center the slip skid ball. 7. Continue to climb to an AGL altitude of 500 feet and establish level flight. Turn to the heading indicated by the navigation system. Once you have a thorough understanding of these steps and are ready to take off, press the spacebar.
The navigation system. Zoom out. I don't know, we'll wing it. So, 56 to 58 NR is the middle one. Percent. It's already at 100. Don't understand. Also, the CD release button is actually the force trim button. Raise the TCL to approximately 56 to 50%. It's already at 100. I don't understand. where's the slip ball? Cycle before boot treat. Maintain the pitches iron. Rocking now. Other than it keeps wanting to spin out left. I'm going to use the left toe brake just to stay straight. Or not brake, toe pedal. Here, turn that on, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so the left pedal is actually trimmed out a little. Right, okay, anyway, I'm not watching where I'm going.
Congratulations! You have taxied and taken off in a CH-47 Fox. Well done. You may exit the training by pressing escape or continue the simulation by pressing the spacebar.
Okay, landing. Learn how to land. So the last one was very misleading. I think that CD release button is actually the force trim button.
Welcome to the CH-47 Fox Basic Flight Training Landing. You begin airborne approximately 1.25 kilometers north of Kutaisi Air Base at 90 knots and 500 feet AGL. You are in active pause. You will conduct a hover or roll-on landing to the threshold of runway 25. You will conduct this training from the pilot position. However, if you wish, you may also fly the co-pilot position. When you're ready to continue, press the spacebar.
Okay, so this is going to be, I don't know where the collective's going to be set or anything.
Take a look outside. Note where you are, the downwind leg of a right-hand landing pattern to Kutaisi runway 25. You will land on the threshold. Ahead of you and to your right, you should see the gates you will fly through to land. Once you are familiar with the situation, press the spacebar to bring up the first training graphic.
Okay, I got it. Once you're familiar, yep, go.
These are the procedures for a hover landing. Fly straight and level through the first gate. At the second gate, turn south and begin a descent to 200 feet AGL, slow to approximately 50 knots. At the third gate, make a right turn to final. Lower the TCL to establish a descent at a constant angle toward the intended point of touchdown. Use the cyclic to decelerate. The rate of deceleration should be managed so that the aircraft reaches zero forward velocity at touchdown. Once the aircraft touches down, set a small amount of aft cyclic to eliminate any remaining forward velocity. To take a look at the roll-on procedures, press the spacebar. For a roll-on landing, you will begin the approach in the same manner. As you turn onto final, begin cyclic inputs to initiate a progressive deceleration to touchdown on the aft landing gear, while remaining above ETL, 24 knots, until touchdown. Below 50 feet, adjust the pedals to align with the runway heading. After touchdown on the aft landing gear, lower the TCL while applying aft cyclic to maintain the landing attitude, not to exceed positive 20 degrees pitch. When progressively more cyclic is required to maintain the landing attitude, employ the TCL to utilize aerodynamic braking. Once sufficiently slowed, lower the TCL until the forward landing gear touches down. Use wheel brakes to stop the aircraft. Set a small amount of cyclic aft position as you lower the TCL to ground. Now that you have reviewed these procedures,
Okay, let's just
decide
go.
which landing you will maintain straight and level through the first 2 gates.
I will be landing in whichever way I possibly can. See, there's the left. The tail end is trying to kick out to the left again.
Turn right to baseline. Begin decelerating and descend to 200 feet AGL.
Tokyo Drift. No idea what height I am. Way high. Okay. That's really hard to see. Oh, here, I'm way out. Seem to be drifting more than actually flying.
Turn final. Begin descent to land at the threshold. Start decelerating.
Accelerated a bit too much there. Where's the speed? 18. Oh, I'm way slow. Okay. Let's try and do a full stop landing on the threshold then. Just zoom in so far just to see what speed you're actually doing. Come on, let's actually get into this gate.
Landing. Congratulations, you have landed a CH-47 Fox. Well done.
That was
You
a
may
bit
exit
brutal.
the training by pressing escape, or continue the simulation by pressing the spacebar.
So there's that left-hand tail trying to come out again. Come on, come on. Yeehaw! Let's see if we... Let's just go for it.
This is a training mission in the
Radar.
form of an
12
exercise
o'clock. Searching.
scenario. Welcome to Kutaisi West Airfield and the U.S.-Georgia Exercise Caucus Thunder. Your mission today is to deliver fuel to the Georgian SA-11 battery deployed on a hill northeast of Kutaisi. A Georgian Army truck has delivered 8 barrels of diesel fuel, and Georgian troops are ready to assist the loading. Begin by ordering the
I
crew
see.
to fully lower the tail ramp. Then switch to the aft cabin and observe the ramp. Ensure it lowers all the way down and that the ramp extensions are out. When the ramp is ready, press the spacebar.
So step 1, slide goes down. Step 2 should be level. Step 3 clips through the ground. Step 4 the little ramps pop out. The spacebar.
Open the Mission Resources Interactive
Left.
Select the cargo arrow
Okay, that one.
button. Then, one at a time and in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select each of the fuel barrels individually and press load up arrow.
It just teleports in. Okay. Even the Hercules mod at least drives in.
More pairs of fuel barrels are loading. Exit out of the load and mission resources menu. Turn around to check the cargo is secure in the cabin.
Request rearming.
Move back to the cockpit and press the spacebar to continue.
Cool. We actually have. And then move back to the cockpit. Yep, press spacebar.
Order the flight engineer to fully raise the tail ramp for flight. Once the ramp is fully raised, you are ready to go. Take off and follow the route to the Katusia SA-11 battery.
There we go. Follow the route. I need to get overlay. Flight plan. Wonder how you would zoom in and out. Let's do it in this one, which is the overlay. Flight plan. Zoom out. No. Okay, that'll do. Right. Trim centered. My controls are on. Everything looks free. Take off and follow the route. Okay. Stop using the pedals. Used to flying the other helicopters that need trim. Is this thing not supposed to have a heads-up display? Left tail trying to kick out again. Okay, waypoint changed.
Approaching the Katusha SA-11 military helipad. You need to land heading approximately 330. Watch for the green flares. Clear to land.
So knocked it up the hill. Green flares. Oh, yep, I see them. Do you want me to set it on that little pad? Okie dokie. Okay, reset the trim. I think what I need to do is do a bit of a dead zone into this controller as well. Yeah, that's me effectively in a hover, so let's push forward again. Yep, I crashed. Oh, I definitely need to put a bit of a dead zone or something into my... How are we looking? How are we looking? Ooh! Not so good. Not so good.
Safe on deck. Follow the procedure for lowering the tail ramp. Move to the rear cabin view. You should see a truck waiting to load the fuel barrels. If you do not see the truck, go back to the pilot spot and reposition the aircraft's heading. If the truck is within view, press the spacebar to continue.
What direction did he tell me? That's roughly the direction he told me to land. There ain't no truck out there. Ah, let's go.
Again, bring up the Mission Resources window. Select the Cargo Down arrow button, and then, one at a time, and in reverse order, select each pair of fuel barrels individually and press Unload. Congratulations, you have successfully completed internal cargo training and
Request
delivered the
rearming.
fuel required. Exit the Unload menu and Mission Resources menu. A Georgian truck will refuel the SA-11 batteries. In a few minutes, the SA-11 radar will begin to operate. You may exit the training or press the spacebar to continue flying.